Welcome to the 2025 Michigan Medicine Adults Memorial Service, titled Stars Are Openings in the Sky Where Our Loved Ones Shine. My name is Reverend Christina Wright, and I have the privilege of serving as the Associate Director of Spiritual Care here at Michigan Medicine. And I also chair a group of staff members who have worked hard to put together this service for you today. We are grateful for all of you that have been able to gather with us here in person. And you may also know we are live streaming today. So welcome to those of you who are watching online. And for those who are unable to be here in person or watching online today, the service will be able to be streamed at any time within a few weeks. So in a few weeks, you will receive an email to the registration, the email that you sent when you registered, and then you are welcome to share that link with anyone that you would like, and you may view the service at any time of your choosing. We are connected. Whether you are here in the room today, whether you are watching virtually now or later, we remain united in honoring our loved ones who have died from July 2024 through June 2025. Not only do we grieve together as we remember our loved ones, but we also hope together as we celebrate their light and their life. While we formally celebrate the love and light of our loved ones today, you can also remember them when you look up at the stars at night, knowing that one of these stars is named in their honor. The name of this star this year is Sodai Day 2025. Sodai Day is a Portuguese word meaning the love that remains. It is the sadness from missing someone who is loved and the happiness from experiencing that loved. And if you look on the back of your program, you will see the name and coordinates of that star that we have named in honor of all of your loved ones. You will also find the registration number to assist you in locating that star. I would like to point out for those of you online that the chat is now live and we have moderators who will be posting links. And you are welcome to reach out if you have any questions or need any assistance. On behalf of the Adult Memorial Committee, I want to thank all of our speakers, readers, and performing artists who volunteered to make today's program possible. But most of all, thank you to you for being here with us and for allowing us to honor and remember your loved ones with you. As we focus our hearts and our minds on being together today, I am reminded of the different paths that we have each taken to be here. For some of you, your loved one has died over a year ago, and you have experienced a full year of seasons without their physical presence. For others, the grief is newer, perhaps saying goodbye just a few months ago. Some of your loved ones died suddenly, while others journeyed through long illness. No matter what your circumstances, you have all shared the experience of grief. And it is my hope that by gathering together, that you not only have the opportunity to remember and honor your loved one, but that you also feel a connection to the hundreds of others joined here today, that you may experience this as a place where you can acknowledge your loss together and look for hope for the future. At this time, we will open by offering our first reading. This is an excerpt from the poem entitled My Own Life by Oliver Sacks, and it will be read by Chaplain Mariam Ashraf. Mariam?
A month ago, I felt that I was in good health, even robust health, but my luck has run out. A few weeks ago, I learned that I have multiple metastases in the liver. Over the last few days, I have been able to see my life as from a great altitude, as a sort of landscape, and with a deepening sense of the connection of all its parts. This does not mean I am finished with life. On the contrary, I feel intensely alive, and I want and hope in the time that remains to deepen my friendships, to say farewell to those I love, to write more, to travel if I have the strength, to achieve new levels of understanding and insight. I feel a sudden clear focus and perspective. There is no time for anything inessential. I must focus on myself, my work, and my friends. I shall no longer look at NewsHour every night. I shall no longer pay attention to the politics or arguments about them. This is not indifference, but detachment. These are no longer my business. They belong to the future. I rejoice when I meet gifted young people, even the one who biopsied my metastases. I feel the future is in good hands.
Thank you, Chaplain Ashraf. To welcome us on behalf of nursing leadership, I'd like to invite Latoya Freeman to the stage. Latoya has worked at Michigan Medicine for several years, serving originally as a clinical nurse specialist and now as the nursing director for quality, safety, and patient experience. She holds a doctorate in nursing practice and is also a certified holistic nurse. She has been engaged in countless efforts to support the well-being of healthcare providers, including nurses, and to improve the care that they provide to our patients. She brings a holistic perspective to healthcare that sees the humanity and interconnectedness in all of us, care team members, patients, and family members alike. Please join me in welcoming Latoya Freeman.
Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of the Michigan Medicine Adult Hospital Administration, I want to welcome you and thank you all for being here today. This service is a sacred space for us to take a time to pause, remember, and honor the lives of those that we all had the privilege of caring for. At Michigan Medicine, our work begins and ends with the patients and families in the center. Healthcare is not about medicine or technology. It's about connection, presence, and compassion. This truth has touched me personally. Years ago, my young cousin died with rhabdomyosarcoma. For those of you that are not aware, that is cancer of the spine, and she died at a precious age of 28. Walking alongside my family during this time, I saw firsthand the depth of hope, fear, and love that families carry. That experience forever shaped how I see patients and family not as cases, but as whole lives intertwined with people that love them deeply. That is why the work we do here matters so profoundly. Every patient we meet leaves an imprint. Their courage, their stories, and their families stay with us long after. We carry them with us, and they shape the kind of caregivers and humans we all want to be. At this time, I would love to invite us all to pause for a brief moment of silence to honor the lives of those that we've lost and hold close the memories and the loves that remain with us all. It is truly a privilege to be here with you today to remember, to honor, and acknowledge that the work is much more about heart as it is about healing. As a leader at Michigan Medicine, I'm humbled to stand with you and recognize the humanity at the center of all that we do. Thank you for allowing us to walk this journey with you.
Thank you. And now Chaplain Ashraf will offer another poem. My apologies, Chaplain L.J. Brazier.
This is by Jane Hirschfield. It's called I Speak with Gravity. I speak with gravity. To your left, the word gravid, the weight of new life. To your right, the word grave, place for putting a body once it's become only weight. Between them, existence, ambush of amazement, you. I pause. I look out my window. The big-leafed maple today looks back undecided. Some leaves wither brown, some keep green. For a tree, gravity is simple. A branch growing upward is neither hope nor resistance. A branch growing downward is not surrender. One shape just becomes another. To find light, if it must, the whole trunk will twist. A tree doesn't grieve that gravity will soon sweep it all in. Before into after, existence's only offer. And yet, about time, gravity, you are silent. With your one unchanging thought, what could you say? A musical note, never changing, goes unheard. My friend who is dying, still in you. I still in you. 2 leaves, almost weightless.
Thank you, Chaplain Brazier. And now I'd like to welcome one of our committee members and surgical ICU nurse, Mary Gagnon, who will introduce our physician speaker for today. Mary?
Hello. It's my honor and privilege to introduce Dr. Doug Ehrenberg to you all. I've known Doug since 1990, actually when he had hair and my hair wasn't gray. We learned to practice and me to be a nurse and him to be a physician starting off on 8B in HEMONC. Doug is a professor of internal medicine, pulmonology, and critical care medicine. He has dedicated his practice to patients with lung cancer and helping them find the best treatments and providing support with them. I welcome Doug.
It's true. We've known each other 35 years. Good afternoon, and I too, on behalf of all my colleagues, would like to welcome you. And thank you for being here to honor the lives of those that you've lost. As has been stated, I'm a physician, and I wear several hats, both pulmonary and critical care. And this gives me the opportunity in my day-to-day work to be around death and dying quite a bit. Over my 35 years, I've had countless opportunities to accompany patients and families through some of their most difficult moments. And I don't do this alone. I'm surrounded by phenomenal professionals. My nursing colleagues, palliative care specialists, pain management specialists, respiratory therapists, and spiritual support. And I've have learned and continue to learn something from all of them, including you all. Well, what brings us today has been said, it's the connection of loss. The connection that you and your loved ones had with our hospital, with our teams, and also were brought together by a collective feeling of grief. And I want to recognize the privilege that we've had to be a part of that journey. We hold that responsibility with deep humility and with respect. I want to share with you what this work means to me and some of the thoughts that I've had from my colleagues and from the patients and the families who have trusted us with their care. First, caring for people at the end of life is a sacred trust and a profound privilege. At a time of need, people allow us, sometimes as complete strangers, into the most intimate moments of their lives. And I try to tell my trainees and I try to tell myself every day to try to earn that trust, because every day it's the first time for somebody, even may not be for us. The day-to-day and the mundane for a physician can be profound and horrifying for our patients, and we have to remind ourselves of that. In a world that offers nearly endless opportunities to feel different or divided, death is the one thing that we all have in common. It's the most universal part of being human. And in many years of accompanying people through this transition, I've learned that, of course, we can't always prevent death, but with the help of you all, we can surround death with compassion, with dignity, and with love. Another lesson I've learned from talking with patients or their families at the end of life, part of my job is to be less focused on the vital signs, the x-rays, the lab results. And sometimes what I really want to know are the little things, like the little treasures of connection. What's their favorite flower? How do they like their pizza? Do they like the fish? What makes them smile? I've even had conversations with people about whether it's okay to have ketchup on a hot dog. I have personal opinions about this, but it's these little moments, these glimpses of humanity that matter just as much, if not more, when the end comes, than all the medical details that I can dig into. And I've learned of the analogy that grief is like waves in the ocean, washing over us, feeling enormous and overwhelming, and feeling like you're going to be pulled underwater at any time. And they come at unpredictable intervals. With time, these waves don't go away, but they begin to be a little bit more gentle. And with them, they bring memories. Memories that can make you smile and recall moments that make you grateful for the time that you had together. This metaphor of grief remains a part of your landscape, but mixed in with the sadness, these memories are gifts. Gifts left by our loved ones and the things they taught us, our inside jokes and our shared moments, and this too is part of that landscape of grief. So before I leave the podium, I'm going to suggest something you may want to try today, take it or leave it. If you have a chance today, speak with someone in the crowd. It could be a friend, it could be a stranger, and share something about the person you're here to remember. It could be a joke, a funny story, an anecdote. It could be whether they had ketchup on their hot dog or not. It could be anything. But if you do this, I hope it makes you smile. I hope it makes you remember. And I hope it makes you realize that these memories are gifts given to us by those we've lost. And those can't be taken away. And I want to thank you very much for the opportunity to be here with you today.
Thank you so much for those words. We now have a time for another moment of reflection with a poem.
Adios by Naomi Shihab Nye. Adios. It is a good word, rolling off the tongue, no matter what language you were born with. Use it. Learn where it begins, the small alphabet of departure, how long it takes to think of it, then say it, then be heard. Marry it, More than any golden ring, it shines, it shines. Wear it on every finger till your hands dance, touching everything easily, letting everything easily go. Strap it to your back like wings or a kite tail, the stream of air behind a jet. If you are known for anything, let it be the way you rise out of sight when your work is finished. Think of things that linger: leaves, cartons and napkins, the damp smell of mold. Think of things that disappear. Think of what you love best, what brings tears into your eyes. Something that said adios to you before you knew what it meant or how long it was for. Explain little. The word itself the word explains itself. Later, perhaps, lessons following lessons, like silence following sound.
Thank you, Chaplain Ashraf. We now enter a very special time in this service when we have the privilege to honor and remember your loved ones individually, to cherish their memories, and to celebrate their lights. As you see their name and photo of your loved one, we invite you to raise the light that you received when you entered in witness to their life and memory. If you did not get a tea light candle when you came in, we have some of our committee members in the back who have some. If you raise your hand, we can get you a light. And I invite our musicians to come forward at this time. And we'll get some folks some lights, and then we will begin. Let's take a moment and offer all of our lights up to reflect on all of our loved ones and the ways that their light continues to shine in the world. Thank you for bringing their light to this place today. For our final poem for the day, I would like to invite one of our chaplains, Maida Oliveira, who will read Those Days by Mary Oliver.
Those Days by Mary Oliver. When I think of her, I think of the long summer days she lay in the sun. Oh, how she loved the sun. How we spread our blanket and friends came and the dogs played. And then I would get restless and I'd get up and go off into the woods and the fields. And then the afternoon would soften gradually. And finally, I would come home through those long shadows and into the house where she would be, my glorious welcoming, tan and hungry, and ready to tell all the gossip of the day, hurtless, and how I listened leisurely while I put around flowers in jars of water throughout the room. Daisies, butter and eggs, and everlasting. Until, like our lives, they trembled and they shimmered everywhere.
And we have one final selection of music. I will let our musicians share about this selection.
Hi, everyone. I am from the Gifts of Art. Our whole team is, and I'm one of the bedside artists. These are our bedside musicians, and we work directly with patients. And we had a very, very special patient for about 10 years. I knew her. Her name was Darlene, and she sent us a beautiful poem. And one of our harpists, Stacy, actually made a song based on the poem using her words as the lyrics. So that's what we're going to perform for you today in honor of Darlene. Crisp snowflakes twirl like dancers to and fro, to and fro. They waltz to a silent tune toward the ground below, toward the ground below. Pale moonlight showers diamonds all around. while trees dance dressed in fancy gowns, sway to and fro, swaying to and fro, admiring this fancy show. Pale moonlight showers diamonds all around, all around, all around. The treasures glint and sparkle upon the hardened ground. While trees dance dressed in fancy gowns, sway to and fro, swaying to and fro, admiring this fancy show. Pale moonlight showers diamonds all around, all around, all around. The treasures glint and sparkle upon the hardened ground.
Thank you so much for that. We again take this opportunity to offer our deep appreciation for the privilege of gathering with you today, for the opportunity to care for your loved ones, and for the ability to help their lights continue to shine in the world. As we prepare to leave this place, a few notes. You are welcome to leave the tea light candles if you would like. There will be baskets on the exits as you leave. There will be light refreshments. You're welcome to help yourself to that as well. And there will continue to be some materials from our Office of Decedent Affairs. If there's anything that you would like from there, please, you're welcome to visit that table. I want to once again thank our speakers, our readers, our musicians, and the whole committee who helped put this event together today. And as well, thank you all for attending. Please hear these words from the poem Thirst by Mary Oliver. Another morning, and I wake with thirst for the goodness I do not have. I walk out to the pond, and all the way, God has given us such beautiful lessons. Oh Lord, I was never a quick scholar, but sulked and hunched over my books past the hour and the bell. Grant me, in your mercy, a little more time. Love for the earth and love for you are having such a long conversation in my heart. Who knows what will finally happen or where I will be sent? Yet already I have given a great many things away, expecting to be told to pack nothing, accept the prayers which, with this thirst, I am slowly learning. We have joined together to remember and to honor your loved ones with a common connection as patients and staff of Michigan Medicine, connected through our humanity. We give thanks for each one of those named today and the light they left behind. May peace and healing embrace each person here. May the blessing of light be upon us as we continue to remember those who have died. May the treasured memories comfort us, for they have left a light in our hearts that will shine forever. And may their light gleam bright as we continue to heal. Thank you for participating and sharing your loved ones with us. Peace be with you.